Hi everyone. Hi Mom. Okay, I promised that I would show my completed journals. This one is that I just went to Hawaii with. And then I want to show you another journal that is like it's a Mod Podge of it goes back to 2014. So it's just different things I wanted to remember and doesn't have a theme. But this one I wanted to show you first. I'm not going to explain about what I did because I have a video doing all that. But I just wanted to quickly do a flip through to show you some of the things that I added. I did add photos, so all of the little tuck spots, there's photos. I did add a few more embellishments. This is just to stick something into, which I didn't end up doing. See my nails? Aren't they horrible? It looks like I'm a nicotine addict. I was dyeing paper without gloves. So yeah, you know, my own fault. Anyway, I did a bunch of journaling. Yes, that is me. And I did add a bunch of flowers. Most of the pictures I did matte. Some of them I didn't. It just depended on where I was putting them. I didn't add extra stamping. I didn't really have the room, to be honest with you. But I did add a lot of photos. And there's still more. I think I'm going to go print some more because I still have room in this journal. I made quite a large one. This one here, I did the accordion, and then I just put photos on that. And they're in no order, really. I just kind of printed the ones that I liked and I knew I wanted to put in my book. But I would do stuff like this. Like we went to this really good, used to be like a truck kind of a thing, but now it's turned into an actual little restaurant. But you know, I took the menu and stuck that in there and then added the photos of where it was. Part of my photo tour. These are shells that I picked up off the beach, and they actually are the start of a puka shell. So if left in the water long enough, it would actually wear a hole through the center, and then you could string them. But I put them on a leaf when I collected them all and took a picture. So we went to Bonsai. It's Ehuke, I don't know, park. Anyway, I didn't pronounce that correctly. And this one here, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to hold it up really close. Maybe you'll be able to see which one is it. This one here. Okay, really close. Can you see the guy flying through the air? So Alex, who's become a friend, really, because I've taken so many tours from him, he posted it on his website, which is Oahu Photography Tour. So if you guys want to take an amazing photo tour when you're on Oahu, just look him up, Oahu Photography Tours. He is fantastic. And his partner, Chris, they're just fantastic guys. And they're very helpful. Take you a lot of places that you might not go to if you were on your own. Anyway, he posted it on his website and called it Superman, which I thought was kind of cute. Okay, here's just a lot of photos of the beach and the surf, and oh, it was just an amazing tour. I did this one on my own. My husband and my son didn't come with me. Tyler and I did a different tour, and then Tyler and Ken did a different tour. So yeah, we do a lot of tours with Alex. It's one of the things that we love doing the most. This here was Alex teaching us how to get that starburst effect through, this is through trees and the sun was out. And he's just covered in palm trees, but the wind was blowing, and as it blew, it moved it open a little, and then you get this amazing effect. And anyways, I thought it turned out kind of cool. And then I kept business cards and stubs from, my husband went to this one, or no, maybe it was me, that Cajun guy. Yeah, it was me. And then that was the ticket when they call your name. Hanauma Bay, a lot of you should be familiar with that one. That one turned out really great. Very happy with that. Mangoes. This one here, this is like an envelope, sort of an envelope, and it is full of all my receipts. So I do hang on to those as well. We went to Haleiwa. And we saw the turtles. This is my favorite thing. I have a thing about turtles, so I was so happy that they were on the beach. And then, of course, this was so appropriate for me since I work at Starbucks. We stopped at a coffee farm, and it's just a little one, you know. It's not a very big thing. I mean, this is their machine here, and then bags and bags of coffee that they do themselves, and they do a lot of flavored, they add flavors and stuff to theirs, which I'm not a big fan of, but I got this really awesome mug when I was there, so it was nice. We sat outside. They have a little seating area under the palm trees in where the coffee, this here is actually a coffee tree. These here are called coffee cherries because when they're ripe they turn red and they look like a cherry, so they're called coffee cherries. And I had all these things already printed out from when I was scrapbooking years ago for Hawaii. I had done a whole bunch of these and found them in my stash and just cut them all up, and I put almost every single one of them in here just to use them up. And we did this catamaran sail. Amazing. It was so much fun. The waves, literally, okay, watch my hand. We went up and then down, and oh boy, my son was standing, and he was standing at the front, and I looked over at him and I saw his face, and he moved way back. It was funny. I turned sideways so that I wasn't watching it. I was standing and I wasn't watching it, and I love the motion, so I have no issues with that. But watching that wall of water that's over your head, yeah, that was a little scary. So, but it was fun. We really liked it. This was our favorite restaurant, Duke's. We go there for breakfast, and they have an amazing buffet. And then I just used these postcards that I picked up a long time ago, and I just, you know, put photos on them. This here's packaging from a perfume that I bought, and then the tags off of my husband's shirts. And Freaky Tiki's, what did I go there for? Ala Moana. Oh, I don't know. What did I go there for? Tropical. Oh, right. That was where we bought our, we bought Oakley sunglasses. This is Waimea Bay, one of the most popular beaches to go to. It has that big rock that they're really smart enough to jump off of. Can you hear the sarcasm there? Yeah. A lot of deaths off that rock. So not a smart thing to do. But they do it. Anyway, this I thought this was appropriate. No pool, no problem. And then that was the end of my journaling. But you see, I still have a few more pages. So I think I'm going to go print a few more photos and add them here. So that's my Hawaii journal. And then this is my everyday. It's now full. The only thing I want to add is I have a couple pictures on my phone that I took when I was visiting my son, so I want to put them in here. This was my favorite album I've ever done. I don't know, there's just something that I love about it, probably because it's green, but it is stuffed. So on every little surface there's journaling. I've added cards here that flip open, so I want to add a couple photos in there. And then more journaling. I kept, these are from a pizza place, I think. It was more like a gourmet pizza place that my son took me to in Calgary. My boarding passes I've kept. I've journaled about important things like my nephew's death. You know, like you have to write stuff like that down. How you feel. You need to get it out, right? So that's in here. Stuff about my mom, her surgeries, and yeah, just different things that happened to me. Like this one here was my tenure at Starbucks. My husband's promotion. He got an email for that, congratulating him. So kept stuff like that. I just think stuff like this is going to be so neat for my son to go through and read later on in life, you know, when you get nostalgic and stuff. This here, I haven't done anything with this one yet. I do want to put photos on the back of that. It doesn't kind of go in easily. Yeah, I put in This here was something I picked up from, this is where we stayed the last time I went to see my son. And all I did was I ran it through my cinch, and then I just cut the little notches so that I could just push it over top and keep it. This is like a note card that's all journaled in with, I don't even know what I've got saved in here. Oh yeah, my Harbour Towers. We just went to Victoria, and that's where we stayed. So I kept that. This is off a shirt I bought when we went to Seattle to corporate Starbucks. And this is from Milestones, where my husband and we went for our anniversary dinner. And there's more journaling cards in here that I've journaled on. This is kept from the Reserve, Starbucks Reserve. It's a big, huge map. I haven't done anything with that. But these ones that are tucked in, those are going to get photos on them. They'll be random. They won't be in order or anything. But same here. Like, this is the hotel where we stayed at. This is from the pub that we went to. And there's more journaling about that on here. I even kept the... this is this bag that the soap was in. And I just stuck a tag in there. So a lot of journaling, you can see, lots of writing. This here was, I just went to Bard on the Beach, which is Shakespeare Place. And this was the cover of the book that you get, you know, your program and all that stuff. So I took the cover off, and then I stapled it to the back of this, which is what I paid. And then I journaled about it there. These are all tags and whatnot from things that I bought when I was on the ferry. And more journaling as well. I don't know if I did journal on that as well. That can, you know, take a photo. And then this also, I've got this here. I kept it. It's actually the color that I'm going to do my wall. And so I just, you know, kept the card and stuck it in there as, you know, silly things. But so we've got a, you know, couple more spots, but that's it. It's pretty much full, so I have to bust out another journal that I've made and start filling it. My life isn't all that interesting, you guys, so it starts in 2014 and goes to 2016, and there's not a lot in it, but, you know, the things that are in there are important to me, so. And I know in 10 years I won't remember anything, so it's good to write it down while you remember. I wish my mom had done something like this for me. I would have cherished that beyond belief. But that's what I've done. That's what I've been doing. And yeah, I started on a new journal. So today I tea-dyed 57 pieces of paper. I'll just show you a sneak peek. These are some of the pages that I'm going to be putting in. So I'm mixing digital with pattern paper. And what did I do with the rest of it? Here it is. They're cut. So this is going to be my next journal. Sherlock Holmes. I've done one already. And that was like a swap with Alicia. And I really love the theme. And I found this one on, I believe it's Dreams, Etc. ETZ, not ETC. And it's on Etsy. She's on Etsy. And they have some beautiful kits. And I already had it printed out. So I have a couple boxes of things that are already pre-printed. And I've decided that's what I need to start doing, is using those things up and just, you know. Same with this kind of stuff. I've been collecting this kind of stuff. My tea bags that I've been using, I've just cut the top off, and then I take the tag off it with the string. It smells like tea because it soaks up into the string. And I want to do a tea journal, so that'll be another project. You should have seen my desk, you guys. My goodness, you couldn't see the top of it. It was that bad. And I have been doing a little shopping. I know I shouldn't be, because heaven knows I don't really need anything. But I did buy this new stapler. I don't know if you guys have seen this. We Are Memory Keepers. And yeah, there's 3 different size staples that you get. This is the big one that I used in that journal. But the cool thing is you take these off. You decide which one you want to use. Say you want to use the small one. This comes off as well. You have a large, a medium, and a small. So if you want to use the small one, you push this little button and you turn that to the front, like so. And then you decide where you want to place it. So there's guides here so that when you put one staple, if you want more than one, then you can, keep them fairly in line. So you would go, how did I do that? Yeah, like that. So I've lined that up to the edge there, to the edge there. I'm not going to actually go ahead and staple it because this is actually from my book. And then you put the guide on here. So now you've got it. I guess you have to put it closer. Yeah. Yeah, so you probably want to do it this way, I guess. See now, I think I'm going to go ahead, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line here on the top. Let's just go ahead and do that. Like so. It will dry, but that'll give me something to guide me. But you put this back on. It's magnetic, obviously. And then, because I've set it for the small, you take your small one, and they have the letters on them, and you pop it into the front, like so. And then you go ahead and you staple. And then it ends up right here where you've marked it. So you could draw several lines depending on where you wanted it. Like, I could go in the center of that, which to me would be better. Because if you line it up with this, you're not going to get the staple in there, which is kind of silly. But anyway, it's kind of neat. Only thing is I've had difficulty finding the replacement staples. You don't get a lot of staples with it. What did I do with that box? Here it is. This is all I have left. I haven't used any, and they each have like a section in them. So you don't really get that many staples, and it's pretty limited as well as color goes. I think I only got one that was silver. I didn't get any big ones, so you don't get one of each color even, which kind of sucks, but oh well. Scrapbook.com is getting them, and so I went on their wait list, and they're inexpensive, really inexpensive. So they store pretty easy, just like that. And there you go. So the whole point of it is you can staple like really far into your book or in the middle of your page or whatever. So I thought that was pretty cool. Because I know you can get the long ones, here in Canada I saw them at Staples and they're like $80. They're really expensive. And then you're limited to one size of staple, whereas these are 3 different sizes, which I thought was kind of neat. And then once I can find the replacement, then that'll be great. I'd show you a whole bunch of other stuff, but I'm not going to. This is not a haul video. You'll see it in my work coming up. Anyway, I hope you guys have an awesome week. I go back to work this week. Been off for 3 weeks, and I really don't want to go back, but needs must. So probably have to slow down a little bit on my crafting, but I will try and show you something this weekend. We'll see how quickly I can get it done. So we'll talk soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.